Good morning. It has already been a full morning. I just got home. I went and I got some blood drawn. I guess I could finally take this off. I went and got a blood draw. More on that next week. And it's been a great morning so far. I treated myself to a Starbucks, which if you know me, I don't really do Starbucks. There's just, for many reasons, the taste is delicious, but one, I just love my protein coffee here at home. Two, you know, the beans, the mold, all the things, right? I just typically don't drink a lot of Starbucks, but I gave myself a little treat because we did it. We did the thing. We got the blood draw. Ow, this hurts. I feel like taking this Band-Aid off hurts more than the actual lab draw. Did the needles. I'm not a big fan of needles, but I just finished publishing today's YouTube video, which you guys will have seen at this point. It would be last week's YouTube video for you, but this is my fall morning routine. I literally just hit publish on that, and I wanted to spend the day with you girls chatting all about a fall hormone reset. What you need to do, what action steps I'm taking, why fall is the absolute perfect time to balance our hormones. I'm incorporating seasonal foods, some of my favorite lifestyle adjustments for the fall, and some strategic supplementation for the fall season. So we've got a fun day ahead of us. I'm really excited to hang out with you girls today. It is chilly. I wore a sweater and a vest to the lab draw this morning, and then I had the heated seats on. I was cold, so I actually came home and changed my pants into these leather pants, which I get so many questions on. These are a few years old. I will link similar finds, but there's a fuzzy lining, so they're keeping me nice and cozy. So I came home, I changed into warmer clothes because I left the house and I was like, oh, I'm underdressed. So we're nice and cozy. We're gonna set the fall scene. Every video over the last month has been in the fall scene. I fully recognize that, but we're embracing it. I find that when we live in rhythm with the seasons, especially as women, our hormones are so similar to Mother Nature. I mean, truly, the succinctness is unbelievable. We fully recognize how menstruation and follicular phase, our luteal phase, our ovulatory phase are representative of the fall seasons. So it is the perfect time to shift your thinking and to embrace things seasonally, to embrace the self-care practices that you're yearning for more in the fall season that potentially you weren't in the summer, because it's bright, it's bustling, we're on the go, we're more active, we're more social. But now's a bit more introspective. And I find it to be like a little mini new year. You know, back to school always gives us those similar sentiments. But now that we're into October, it's a really beautiful time to start embracing these cooler temperatures, to embrace these seasonal foods, to wind down a little bit earlier at night, and to bring in some beautiful hormone healing self-care practices. So I'm excited to hang out with you girls today, and I know that you're going to love the tips and tricks from today's video. I just turned on the fireplace. It's bootied on now. It's not showing up on camera. Oh, a little bit there. I see it. That's interesting. It must feel like the angle. But as I get cozy and warm up a little bit, I'm actually so cold right now. My body has to get used to this very quick change in temperature. But as I was turning this fireplace on, I said, you know what? Let's talk about resetting, because the fall is the absolute perfect time to do a reset. And I've talked about this a little bit as we were decorating and as we were preparing for fall. I will link those videos for you girls in the description box down below. But the reason why fall is such a beautiful time to reset when it comes to our routine and our hormone health is because there's the hustle and bustle of the summer, meaning we're just busier. The kids are out of school, so we're kind of running around and doing a lot and cramming in a lot in the extra long, beautiful days, which I love. It's slower in pace because there's not school, there's not sports, but it's faster in pace that we're more social and we're interacting more, we're on the go more. So I like to use the fall as an opportunity for extra warmth, extra nourishment, extra coziness. If you missed the video I did 2 weeks ago, it was my cozy fall bake with me. I will have that linked for you girls in the description box down below. But bringing in these beautiful seasonal foods and seasonal activities is so healing for our cortisol levels. And by allowing ourselves to slow down, this really supports our adrenal health and thus our cortisol health. And I know cortisol is all the rage on social media. which I'm here for. I get it. I've been part of the conversation for a very long time. And I'm glad that it's definitely gaining momentum. If we slow down, reset our bodies, bring in some beautiful seasonal foods, which we're gonna do here soon, and take a little bit of time each day to nourish ourselves, whether that's cozying up with a beautiful cup of tea and reading a seasonal book. I talked about that in last week's video. I'm currently reading the Cinnabon bookstore, and I just finished the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and I have pre-ordered the Christmas Tree Farm. I will have all those books linked for you in the description box down below. But a really practical tip to bring in this hormone healing practice is to curl up with an herbal tea, a lemon balm tea, a tulsi tea, and to allow your body to relax and recharge, even if it's only for 15 minutes. And maybe for you, this time is in the morning. I utilize my morning time to reset. I make the lemon ginger tonic. I do some gratitude journaling. I do a little bit of meditation, some EFT tapping, and all of these practices allow me to calm and regulate my nervous system, which positively impacts my adrenals and thus my cortisol levels. And when we take the time to do this, to not just blow through the busyness of the summer into a different type of busyness in the fall with school and sports, when we just kind of push through and we don't reset, it can leave us feeling a little bit burnt out by the time winter gets here. So I would really encourage you to just take a few minutes per day to check in with yourself, to slow your breathing, to allow yourself to indulge in some cozy activities, and thus help your cortisol levels to nourish that adrenal health. And therefore, you can actually move into the winter months feeling a little bit more energized, which I know seems like a crazy concept, but give this a try and see how you feel. For optimal hormone health, you hear me speak about this all of the time, we need to have optimal liver function. And so using the fall to do a gentle detox, I'm not a huge fan of January 1st fully detoxing or October 1st fully detoxing. I think that including daily micro doses of detoxification, which our lungs and our organs, mainly our liver, do every single day. Every single night when we go to bed, which is why it's so important to get adequate sleep. But every night when we go to bed, our liver works all night long, along with our lymphatic system, which flushes out our major organs. But our liver works all night long to flush bile and flush out any stagnation that may be in the liver. That's why first thing in the morning here on my channel, we wake up and we drink the lemon ginger tonic. This is such a beautiful opportunity to detox every single day on a micro basis. You don't need to go all in and do a juice cleanse and not eat for 7 days to detox your body. Our bodies are very smart and they work around the clock to help us detox. However, our modern day lifestyle, the coffee I was drinking earlier out of a plastic lid, we are being bombarded on a daily basis with toxins. And so it's important to help assist our body along this process in order to optimize our hormone health. So you can do this in many different ways. You can quite simply just add a little bit of lemon and Celtic salt to your water throughout the day. I'm a huge fan of doing this liver flush first thing in the morning on an empty stomach using our lemon ginger tonic. But what this does is it just gently nudges the body to keep things moving, to move things along. In addition to that, eating nutrient-dense, fiber-rich foods. So things like chia puddings, those beautiful, healthy baked goods that we filmed 2 weeks ago that were packed with fiber. Eating those foods also help with bowel elimination. And when we're eliminating and we're urinating on a regular basis and at a healthful pace, what this does is helps our body detoxify. So I always encourage you to find a little way to detox throughout the day. I would encourage you to have it be the lemon ginger tonic, but maybe it's just warm water with lemon first thing in the morning. But doing this will help support you, one, from a hormonal standpoint, and then two, if you choose to do something that is vitamin rich, like vitamin C from our lemons, that's also antimicrobial, antibacterial with the ginger. What this also does is bolster our immune system as we're shifting into the cooler months as well. Another key factor in regards to supporting our hormones in these cooler months moving into fall is with strategic supplementation. I talk about this all the time, about optimizing our vitamin D, getting outside first thing in the morning, looking up into the sky indirectly, not directly, indirectly at the sun, or if you're waking up very early like I do when it's dark, popping on that red light mask, or if you have a red light wand, kind of putting that in and around your eyes. This way we can begin to help with our circadian rhythm to let our body know that it's time to wake up. In addition to that, pairing certain nutrients like a vitamin D with your magnesium for proper absorption. This is the time to be really strategic with our supplementation and to pull certain levers to ensure that we're getting the most out of the supplements that we're taking. And over the last month and a half, I have been including a new supplement that I absolutely love. So these are the Gem Bites. And girls, when I tell you these taste like a delicious treat, I kid you not. Even the kids, anytime they see me open up my sweet little gem container, they run right over and ask me for one. So the beautiful thing about the Gem Bite is that they contain 20 plus real food vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and prebiotics, supporting our mood, gut health, immunity, and skin health. Why I have been loving Gem so much is, unlike isolated pills, gummies, Gem is using real food ingredients to get optimal absorption. And you girls always hear me say that, yes, you are what you eat. Mainly, we are what we absorb. Sometimes we can be swallowing down tons of pills if they're not manufactured properly. We know the supplement industry can be a little bit tricky sometimes. If they're not using the active constituents in certain plant compounds, we may be taking them and just having really expensive urine. Whereas food-based supplements that are truly made from whole, real ingredients give us the most bioavailable absorption with these key ingredients. And that's why I've been loving the Gem Bites. In addition to their delicious taste, I truly do feel as though they are bringing a little bit of radiance to my skin. I do feel that instant mood boost when I take them. I think a lot of that has to do with the taste. The taste is delicious. This is citrus ginger. This obviously is right on board with everything we love here in this community. If you love the lemon ginger tonic, you will absolutely adore the Gem Bites. There is that beautiful turmeric in here, which gives it that earthiness. Pumpkin seeds in here, which are incredible for our hormone health. And then we do have some golden chlorella, which I love chlorella for anti-inflammatory purposes, for helping our body absorb and assimilate nutrients. It is truly packed to the brim with key ingredients that support skin and gut health, in addition to vitamin D and zinc and immune health. So the way I have been integrating the Gem Bites into my routine is for a little bit of an afternoon pick-me-up. So I'm not sure about you girls, but I always say I have like 3 parts of my day, maybe 4. The more I'm thinking about it, a mother has so many different shifts that we go on. So there's my very early morning before the kids get up. Then there's that sprint of like 45 minutes of everybody getting up and getting them out the door. And then there's the work shift. So when they're at school And then I always say the second half of the day. So right before the kids get off the bus, I love to bring in some strategic supplementation with a tea. Most of the time, it's always kind of been like a magnesium with my tea. I have been adding in my Gem Bites with a lemon balm tea right around 2:30, 2:45. And girls, it has been chef's kiss. Honestly, I look forward to it because they do taste kind of like a treat. Like, I have to be honest with you, as somebody who's a recipe creator who creates dozens and dozens and dozens of Energy Bite recipes on my membership site, Living Well, I love these Gem Bites because they give me that feeling of an energy bite. So as soon as I open my container, I can smell the turmeric, I can smell the citrus, and my mouth is actually salivating. Like, I salivate the second I smell them because that's how in love I am with this product. So as I'm getting my tea ready, and then I'll make my lemon balm tea, and I will have one of my Gem Bites. It's honestly chef's kiss, and it's one of those moments that's like on your dopamine menu. So as you're putting together a healthy mom dopamine menu for the fall, I would definitely encourage you to add in the Gem Bites. So I really look forward to this process. And of course, the packaging is beautiful. It's something that you will want to carry around with you. I love the little container. I put it right next to my tea. So every afternoon when I open up my tea drawer, I pop this out, I get the tea ready, and then I enjoy this with my tea. So right now, Gem is offering 50% off your first month if you go to the link in the description box down below, as well as the first pinned comment. It will be my link. And if you use my code Jessica Spiers at checkout, you can save 50% on your first month of Gem. And I can promise you, girls, that after you try this, you will be absolutely in love. I know for some people that it is really hard to remember to take the pills, to swallow the pills, and not everybody loves to take a ton of supplements. And as somebody who has a degree in supplemental science, I think that there needs to be something for everybody. And when it comes to absorbing our foods, and when it comes to absorbing our strategic supplementation, we want to be conscious consumers, and we want to ensure that we're purchasing from companies who have the highest standards and quality control and best practices. And that's why utilizing something like a whole food based supplement like Gem Bites is a really incredible add into your supplement routine. So feel free to check out that link and use my discount code at checkout to save 50% on your Gem Bites. That I don't have to take Ronan to soccer, which are few and far in between in the fall season, I like to take advantage of getting to sleep a little bit earlier and unwinding a little bit earlier. For me, in a perfect world, honestly, what this looks like, it's so crazy. Like when you're a mom, what you prioritize and your standards are for self-care, it just shifts dramatically. So for me, I know this is going to sound silly, but not to you girls, because we're the same. To me, it's like showering before I cook dinner. Oh my gosh, on those nights that I get to come up here and take a shower before I cook dinner, it's like chef's kiss. Like, I cannot explain the feeling of being clean and cozy and going downstairs and prepping dinner. Sawyer just got out of the tub. You can see the toys behind me. She is squeaky clean, and Ronan is at practice. So he will come home and take a shower and do all of those things after soccer practice. So for me, I love taking advantage of the shorter days for my hormone health, similarly like we did in the summer season, right? Like we extended, we stayed outside longer, we got more of that beautiful vitamin D. Now it's getting darker earlier, so I'm using the natural progression of the days becoming shorter and shorter. I'm using that when I can to help with my circadian rhythm. In addition to that, one thing I love to do on those days is take a shower, put on my skincare, like I said, cook dinner, and then by the time I get everybody to bed, my skincare has fully dried on my face and on my neck. So I'm able to get a double whammy and utilize my Bond Charge face and neck mask. And as I was saying earlier in the video about getting outside, getting that morning sunlight, but when you're somebody who wakes up super early and as the days are getting shorter, it's hard to get that sunlight first thing in the morning. So in the morning, I utilize the red light therapy mask to help boost my circadian rhythm. But then at night, I utilize these red light masks to help induce deep restful sleep. I pair that with a little lemon balm tea, tulsi tea, a little bit of magnesium, maybe an ashwagandha or L-theanine, and it helps so much to show my body that it is indeed time to start unwinding and unwinding early, which is great. Like, I love a night out with girlfriends. Like, I love it as much as the next gal, but when I can utilize this beautiful shift in season to get deep restful sleep that helps produce happy, healthy hormones, I'm a happy girl. I wake up, I feel more refreshed, my mind feels sharp, clear, and ready to go. So I just feel like utilizing the seasons in our favor is truly one of the best things that we can do as women. Our hormones are not our enemies. No matter what we've been told, no matter the way that they have been portrayed, like, oh, she's so hormonal. Well, all humans are hormonal. Every human has hormones, but that term has obviously never been used in an endearing way, and we are hormonal. But that doesn't have to have a negative undertone. It just means that we have these beautiful hormones, and when we can work in sync with them and we can utilize the season to nourish them, that is living, girls. To me, is living so deeply connected to our bodies and enriched in life. So I hope that you girls enjoyed today's video, and be sure to check out Gem and get 50% off your first month by using my code and the link in the description box down below, as well as the first pinned comment. And if you liked today's video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up, and now the subscribe button is right over here on the screen. Give that a click, that way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.